Welcome to Gayatri Yoga, my friends. Today's power yoga workout will be focused on strengthening our core. There will be impact on our shoulders because the planks, the downward dogs, the tabletops require you to bring the weight into your arms. So just be careful with the wrists and try to connect to your core. Every move you make, try to find this connection, the sensations in the core. We'll begin the practice on our knees, curling the toes and sending the heels back, sinking towards the heels and observing how you feel. If you feel uncomfortable in your knees, you can roll a towel and put it at the back of the knees, and you can use the block to elevate the hips if it's too intense for you to sit on the heels. You can take a moment to bring the palms to the heart center and just observe how you feel. At the beginning of the practice, observe how your body feels. And slowly begin connecting to your breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose, allowing your ribs to expand. Allowing the belly to expand. And then gently soften as you exhale. When you're ready, inhale, open your eyes, bring your right palm to the floor, lift your left arm up and focus on the length and root through the left sit bones towards the heel. And exhale, spiral your left ribs to the right side. Observe how it feels on your lower back. Inhale, up and open, and keep the weight in the left leg as you twist. Observe how it feels. Maybe you feel a deeper stretch on the toes or the sole of the foot. And at any time when you need to uncurl the toes, please uncurl. Inhale, open, and exhale, round. Bring the weight into the right palm and slowly lift the hips. Draw the pubic bone towards the ribs. You can stay on the fingertips, or maybe you can hold onto the heel or use the block. Draw the pubic bone towards ribs and stretch through the belly, stretching your abs, the front of the hips, the quadriceps. Lift your left arm up and send it back. And exhaling, slowly lowering the hips down, rising up, lift your right arm up and reach your left fingertips to the floor. Stretch to the right side of the body, keep your right sit bone on the heel. Observe the sensations. And now spiral your right ribs towards the left, reach through the fingertips to the left side. Up and open, inhale and exhale, spiral. Inhale, up and open, exhale, spiral. Inhale, up and open, exhale, spiral. Bring the weight towards the left palm, draw the pubic bone towards the ribs, uncurl the toes if needed, stretch through the front of the body, open the heart. And exhaling, lowering the hips down, rising up. And from here, lower down into your child's pose, and if you're ready, you can uncurl the toes and you can gently tap the feet into the mat. You can curl and uncurl a couple of times, relaxing, and observe the sensations in your feet. Observe how you feel in your hips, in your back body, maybe your hip flexors. Lengthen through the right side, inhale and walk the palms to the left. And now slowly rising, returning back to center, lengthen through the left side and move the left palm to the right. Breathe into the left side of the body. Inhale and exhale, slowly return, bring the palms to the floor, and now drag the palms a little in towards you, so you're lifting halfway from the thighs, and now you rip the mat apart with the palms, roll the biceps out, lift through the heart, and exhale, draw the pubic bone towards ribs and gentle rounding. Inhale, lift, exhale, round. Inhale, lift, exhale, round. Inhale, lift, Press the shin bones into the mat, draw the pubic bone towards the ribs, and slowly rising up. Lift the right arm up, and now sink to the right side, and you can lift the left arm also. So you do a little side stretch, and the hips are moving a little to the back, but not too much. We want to focus on the side of the thigh, side of the hip, and up, and to the left, and up. Try to draw the pubic bone towards the ribs. Breathing and pushing the shin bones into the mat to return. And now rising up to neutral. Bring the palms down, and now step your right foot to the front. 90-90 position. Drag the feet in towards you. Lift the arms, and your right palm is grabbing the left wrist. Draw the pubic bone towards the ribs. Lengthen through the front of the left hip, and do a side stretch to the right side. Observe how it feels. You can do gentle pulses here. And now from here, rotate the chest slightly up to the ceiling, and then spiral your left ribs to the right. Now up and open, find your balance, and very slowly to the right. You can pause, like lift through the heart, and just stay in here and breathe if it's hard for you to rotate. And try not to move the hips. And now slowly return to neutral, rising up. And now release the hold on the fingers, and lower your left fingertips down to the floor, and lengthen through the right side of the body. If you have a wall next to you, move away from the wall, draw the pubic bone towards the ribs. And now you spiral again the right ribs to the left side, and focus on pulling the tissues out of the hip bone on the right side. Inhale up and open, and slowly down, up and open, and down, up and open. Exhale down. Slowly move the palms to the front, both palms towards the inner side of the foot, and now draw the pubic bone towards the ribs and round. And now inhale, sink the hips, and lift the arms up, stretch through the front of the body. Exhale, frame the foot, send the hips back and round. Inhale, sink and lift, open the heart. Exhale to the front, send the hips back and round. Inhale, sink, and find your back bend, stretch through the front. Exhale, return, send the hips back, and bring your right knee towards the right. Find your tabletop, focus on stretching through one side and then the other. You can do little circles. And reversing. And from the tabletop, push the floor away from you, rip the mat apart, send the hips back, keep your back straight, neutral, and now draw the pubic bone towards ribs round and move to the front. Send the hips back, draw the pubic bone towards ribs round and move to the front. Observe how it feels for you. And now slowly send the hips back, draw the pubic bone towards ribs, glide the palms in and rise up. And now step your left foot to the front, 90-90 position, lift the arms up. The left palm is grabbing the right wrist. Draw the pubic bone towards ribs and pressing the feet into the mat, drag them in towards one another. Stretch through the front of the hip. Lengthen, and now do a gentle stretch to the left. You can do gentle pulses. And now rotate the chest to the right and up to the ceiling, lifting through the armpit, and exhale, return. And now try to spiral to the left side. Now up and rotate up. And it's a little challenging for the balance. Be careful, connect to your core, and spiral up and twist. And now slowly rising up, release the hold on the palms. And now right palm is reaching to the floor or the block if you're not able to touch the floor. And stretch through the left side. And try not to twist through the hips. Direct both sit bones to the front of the room. Press the shin bone into the mat. Draw the pubic bone towards the ribs. Stretch here. And now spiral the left ribs to the right and observe how it feels on the lower back. Up and open on your obliques. And spiral. Inhale, up and open. Exhale, spiral. Inhale, up and open. Exhale, spiral. Slowly walking the palms to the front. You can have the palms to the inner side of the foot. And now draw the pubic bone towards the ribs. Rounding your back. And then inhale, sink the hips to the floor. You can move your right knee slightly back and lift the arms up and lift through the heart. Press the shin bones into the mat, the foot into the mat, and return, frame the foot, and round. Inhale, sink, and lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, sink, and lift. Bring the palms to the floor, shift your hips slightly back, and step your left foot back, lower the knee down. In your tabletop, send the hips back, draw the pubic bone towards the ribs, push your shin bones to the floor, return, and bring your spine to neutral. Send the hips back, draw, and round. Send the hips back, find your child's pose. Observe how your back feels to the sides of the body, the abs. Expand the ribs as you inhale, contract as you exhale. When you're ready, press the palms into the mat, lift, curl the toes, keep the knees hovering, find your neutral spine and squeeze the inner thighs towards one another and then open for 21 to connect to your core. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now contract your right thigh to the ribs and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now reach your belly to the thighs and slowly extend the legs, downward dog. Inhale, bend the knees and squat all the way down as if you are going to do your child's pose with the toes curled. You can even tap the knees to the floor and then up, downward dog. Squat, tap the knees to the floor, lift, downward dog. Observe how it feels in your ankles, the quads. One more time. Inhale, send the gaze to the front. Exhale, step, walk or jump to the front of the mat. Walk your legs here. Observe how your legs feel. You can bend the knees and hug in the back and pass the hips up for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, release. Inhale and exhale, slowly rolling up one vertebra by vertebra at a time, and observe how this move feels today. Align the crown of the head over the spine. Inhale, lift the arms up and find your back bend. Stretch through the front of the body. And exhale, slowly begin folding down. Inhale, halfway up, and exhale, step or jump back. Chaturanga or your knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, shift your hips back and up, downward dog. Inhale, move your shoulders forward into plank. Bring the right knee in towards the left armpit and step it back. Right, left to right, step it back. Downward dog, move to the front, jump to the front, and now jump back. Knee, right to left, switch, left to right, back, Downward dog, bend the knees, jump to the front, and now jump back into plank. And move. Step it back. Downward dog, bend the knees, jump to the front. Power up through the core when you're jumping. And now jump back. Plank. Knee, right knee to left knee to the right, back. Downward dog, bend the knees, squat, spring forward, spring back. Downward dog, bend the knees, jump to the front. Extend your legs and grab opposite elbows. Hang here for a moment. And now extend the right leg. Keep your left knee bent and twist to the right side. Stack your shoulders, reach your right arm up. Exhale down and switch. Exhale down. Inhale, lift your chest. Halfway up and exhale, jumping back into plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, shift your hips back and up, downward dog. Inhale, move into your hovering tabletop. Send the hips back, downward dog squat. And now lift your left toes and extend the left leg up to the ceiling, but keep your right heel lifted. And now pulse here by bending the right knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now step your left foot to the front. And you lift your left palm and thread your right thigh in to the front of the room. And now back and extend the left leg up. And now thread 2. Connect to your core. 3. 4. 5. Stay here and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bend and step it all the way back. Press the palms into the mat. Lift your left leg up. Externally rotate the hip. Lift the leg. And now transition into your wild thing. Stretch to the front of the body. Now exhale, sink the hips. And now from here, lift your bottom leg and tap the left toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now slowly returning back. One-legged dog. Exhale, lower the left leg down. Catch up with your breath. Observe the sensations. Bend the knees and find your hovering tabletop. Reach the belly to the thighs. And now lift your right heel. And slowly extend your right leg up to the ceiling. And the left knee stays bent. And you pulse here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now step the right foot to the front. And you can move your left palm slightly out to give yourself more space. And now you thread your left leg to the front, compress to the belly, and extend. You can tap and return. Lift your right leg up, one-legged dog. 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause here for a moment and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now you return and lift your right leg up, one-legged dog. Externally rotate the hip, lift the knee, and transition into your wild thing pose. Lift the hips, stretch through the front of the body. Open the heart. And now exhale, sink the hips down. The weight stays on the ball of the right foot. Or maybe you can lower the heel down. And now lift the left leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slowly transition. Step your right foot back. Extend the left leg and lower your left leg down. Inhale and exhale, lower the knees down. Find your child's pose. Inhale, glide the palms in towards you, rising up to sit on your knees. Press the palms to the floor next to the thighs and draw the pubic bone towards ribs. Push the floor away from you. Feel a nice stretch in your upper back, the area between the shoulder blades. You can even play with ripping the mat apart. And as you do it, lift the knees, contract the core, and lower the knees. And now lift and lower. Connect to your core. 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, lower the knees. Lift up. Connect to your breath. And now lower the hips down, extend the legs. And use the blocks, if you have the blocks or a couple of books, if needed. Bring the palms to the floor and close towards the edge of your thighs, top of the thighs. Lean forward, try to round in your back. And now begin pressing the palms into the mat and lifting your hips. 1, and lower. 2, breathe. 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, breathe. 9, 10. Inhale, lift up. You can lean back, rotate the fingertips back, and stretch through the front of the body. Slowing down your breath. And now open your legs wide. And bring your left palm to the center between the legs and right palm to the outside of your thigh. You can play with pointing or flexing. Lean forward, press the palms into the mat and try to lift the hips. Lift. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and lower. Inhale, lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, and lower. And this next time, see if you can lift at least one leg or maybe both legs off the mat. Lean forward, lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Shake the thighs if you feel some contraction. And twist and switch sides. Press the palms into the mat, lean. Try to round your back. And now push 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, lower. You can lift through the heart to release. Exhale, round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and lower. And the next one, lift and see if you can lift one leg, maybe the left, or maybe both. Or you can have the blocks under the heels and see how it feels. Lean and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, release. And now bring your knees in, lift through the heart. You can move the knees from side to side. And now transition to your knees and keep the heels to the outside of the glutes. If you feel comfortable on the knees, you can use the block under, or if it's really uncomfortable, you can sit on top of the heels, but try not to open up the knees. You can use the belt to wrap it around so that the knees stay together, and slowly draw the pubic bone towards the ribs and feel a stretch in your quads, the hip flexors, and the belly. You can have your arms at a 90-degree angle. And you can twist towards the left side, stretch through the right obliques, and feel even some stretch on the right side of the front of the belly. And now slowly return to center. And again, you wiggle the shoulders to the right and lengthen through the left elbow to the right side. Try to keep both shoulders on the mat, knees together, and draw the pubic bone towards the ribs. Breathe, expanding the belly. Feel the stretch. Inhale and exhale, slowly returning back. And now very carefully rise up to your elbows, lift the head and stay here for a moment. Be careful with the lower back, keep drawing the pubic bone towards the ribs. And then slowly extend the arms. You can place the palms to the back of you. And if your back feels fine, rising up little by little to seated. And you can lift the hips and sit on top of the heels. Soften through the hip flexors, the belly, the back, the quads, the knees. You can move little by little from side to side and adding some side stretches. And now lift the hips, curl the toes, and lift the knees. Lower down to your hips, to your heels. Lower the hips down, and you can extend the legs, relaxing the knees. You can move them from side to side. And now slowly bring the palms towards the shin bones and draw the pubic bone towards the ribs. And begin pressing your sacrum and your lower back into the mat. Squeeze your inner thighs, extend the legs. You can pulse the palms towards the thighs. 1, 2, 5, 6, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now bring the knees in and extend. Press your ribs into the mat. Keep your shoulders lifted. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now bring the thighs in, reach your nose towards the knees, and as you exhale, slowly feel your ribs pressing into the mat, middle back, shoulder blades, shoulders, your triceps maybe in the back of the head, relaxing and melting, and then lowering the feet down. You can move the knees from side to side. Now bring the right ankle on top of the left thigh and direct the left knee to the left as you send the right knee to the front. Catching up with your breath and slowing down. And when you're ready, slowly reverse. Bring your right ankle to the floor, left ankle on top of the thigh. Send the knee away from you and send the right knee down and stretch through the front of the hips. And when you're ready, slowly lift the knee and lower the foot down. You can open your feet wide and bring the knees in and gently draw the pubic bone towards the ribs and reverse. Without engaging the glutes too much, press the feet into the mat as you are drawing the pubic bone towards the ribs. And slowly relax. In and relax. In and relax. Bring both knees in and send the knees to the left and gaze to the right. And now slowly lift and twist to the right as you rotate the face to the left. Keep both shoulders on the mat. Inhaling, rising up. You can compress the thighs to the ribs. Breathe into the pelvic floor. Expand the belly. Letting your abs, your psoas to relax. And slowly lowering the feet down, extending your legs, extending your arms, palms facing up. Scanning your body to make sure each and every part is completely relaxed. You can stay in Shavasana for as long as you wish. If you're ready to finish the practice, begin waking up your toes, your fingers, and bending your knees. Bringing the knees in, and slowly rolling to the right side for your fetal position. When you're ready, slowly rising up to seated. Bring the palms towards the knees and take a moment to reflect how you feel after this practice. Observe how your core feels, how easy it is for you to sit with your spine tall. Bring the palms to the heart center. Take a moment to be grateful for everything you were able to accomplish during this class, for all the new energy you were able to cultivate. Thank you guys for joining me for this quick core workout. I hope you feel great. You felt your core working. You release the tightness in the tissues around your core muscles, your back body, your side, your psoas, the front, the hip flexors, the quads. I hope you enjoyed the sequence. Please share in the comments how you feel after this class. Please share with your friends. Subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. And we will practice again. Namaste.